What's going on, everybody? This is Copy801, and I just decided to finally do another review video. So, excuse me, I've been a little busy, had a lot of stuff going on. Was only able to do my weekly show, but things are clearing up a little bit. So, gonna be able to do a little bit more cool stuff. I've got an update video for my little Grail series, and I've got a whole video coming out. So let me just go up, say hello, see who's here. We've got X11 Bravo. What's going on? We got Something Wong, always hanging out. Fuzzy Dunlop. What's going on, Fuzzy, from way over yonder? And we've got Magic Lasso. Yes, this is live, dear sir. This is live. And we've got Rudy. What's going on, dear sir? How are you? Hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. We had a tropical storm hit yesterday over in the Long Island area. Wasn't the weather was garbage, but you guys aren't here for a weather report. You guys are here to hear some shit. So before I get started with that, let me show you the stack of books. So these are the new books that I picked up this past Wednesday. It's the most I've ever picked up. So many. Oh, we got J2. What's going on, dear sir? Yeah, I picked up a lot of stuff. And then I was driving the girl to work, and we passed by a garage sale, and they had like 8 long boxes. So I picked up a few things. Yes, I actually did. So I picked up a few Marvel books. Those are going to be for giveaways. So I got this one here. I figured it was a cool cover. I've seen it around every now and then. But yeah, I picked that up for a giveaway. I got Funeral for a Friend from Superman. I always pick these up because they're always like $1. And why not? It's a good story. Then I got Superman number 30 with Lobo. Reason why I picked up, polybagged. So figured, cool book. Oh, here's the first book you guys might get excited over. Found this, VF Near Mint. Right over here. So I figured, when I do any giveaways, or if I go on someone else's channel and they have a giveaway, if I get something for cheap, I will. Picked up this one here, Justice League number 219. JSA crossover I didn't have. And we got Dave. What's going on, Dave? How are you? And then I picked up this guy, and I've seen people have this one too. This is, again, VF Near Mint. These are in beautiful shape. Beautiful shape. So I've seen a couple people, want this book or have just kind of, been on the lookout for it. I found it. And last but not least, oh, it's part of the new Black Canary origin. Good to know. Good to know. When I read it, I will find out. And then I picked this up. I couldn't believe this guy had this. It's got a couple ticks on it. But dun, 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 this book's like $40 right now. And I got it for super cheap. So all these books that I picked up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 books that I just showed you guys, I paid $20 for. Just $20. So that's why I don't care if I'm going to do a giveaway. I will do a giveaway, but I ain't giving away this. This is for me. So That and the Supermans and the Justice Leagues. But, anywho, on to the reviews. So, we have so when I went to the comic shop, it was actually, it was a pretty good, there was a lot of stuff that came out. And when I say a lot of stuff, I mean a lot of stuff. So, a lot of good DC books came out this week, and a lot of other stuff came out too. And just pardon me, I am downloading a photo because really, really cool thing happened while I was at the shop. So, as most of you already know, Scott Snyder goes to my LCS. It's his LCS too. And he's been filming this weekly video series for his Instagram. He's just going over, writing techniques. So, he was running late this past week. So, unfortunately, he was still recording when we went in. So, the shop, one of the guys at the shop is like, everybody, be quiet. He's still doing his series. So we're like, oh, cool, So he, when he was done, he signed Nocterra 1 through 4 minus 3. So he did 1, he did 2, and he did 4. He didn't sign 3. So I went to the shelf and I'm like, hey, dude, do you mind signing this for me? And he said, yeah, sure. He remembered me because we took a photo. Excuse me. I just had lunch. Excuse me. So I took a photo with him about a month ago. And I got him to sign Nocterra number 3 for me. And after he signed Nocterra number 3, he decided to sign 3 different covers for Nocterra number 5, which came out this past week. And then he signed a whole bunch of copies for the shop to, just, give out for cover price and all that. So, he signed a couple copies and then he took a photo. So, this is the photo that he took literally on the back issue bins. And he signed these 3 covers. These are the covers that the shop got. And I want all of you to just pay attention really quickly to the book on the left. So you guys see that one? I think that's cover A. The book on the left. All right, you got it? Good. This is that book. The lighting's a little bit interesting, but let me see if I could put this up and then put it up right over there. All right, so you see the very, very sliver that's still visible from the screen with the photo. So the signature is in the exact same spot because I was lucky enough to grab that book. Right after he was done taking the photo, he took the photo and he goes to me and another guy that was near him and was like, hey, pick up a copy. I'm like, fucking A, of course. So me and the guy are looking at the books and we're figuring out which cover we want. I grab this. I'm like, I like this cover. And then he grabs another one. And then another guy grabs another one. So, boom. I now have Nocterra 1 through 5 signed by Scott Snyder. I'm going to try and, I got to talk to him. I'm going to try and get him on my channel. If I could get him on my channel, I'm going to promote the fuck out of that. Oh my God. It's going to be awesome. But that's the story time. The review. Again, awesome, awesome book. Great. And in case any of you are wondering, yes, this is the only copy of number 5 I bought. Yes, I read the copy that he signed. And no regrets. So let me move the camera over a teeny bit. That way I can do this a little bit better. There we go. So, Nocterra number 5, again, great story. If you have not picked up Nocterra, what are you doing? Pick it up. Absolutely wonderful. The writing is awesome. Just great art, great story. I would give this one a. I'm going to say an 8.5 out of 10 for the writing, and like an 8.5 out of 10 for the art. This one gave some more details on the story. Very good, very good. So 8.5 right across the board, right over there. And then, excuse me, Ink Blot number 10. This is such a fun story. Such a fun story. And I'm going to take it out and I'll show you guys the art, because I know a lot more people are on Nocterra than Ink Blot. So this is the art for Ink Blot. Very cool art. I like it. This is a very short read. You know. It's only maybe like 20 pages. So if you're looking for a good 10-minute read, this is it. Very fun, very nice. You know, it's literally the cat on the front is, you know, kind of an interdimensional cat. So again, art on this, I'll give it an 8. And the story, I'll give another 8. Real fun. Definitely pick it up. These are probably going to be in your back issue bins at the shop. And yeah, I'm going to definitely try and get them on the channel. Thank you. And I don't know if they're heaters, but I mean, pretty cool books. Pretty cool. Next up, we have Crush and Lobo number 2 of 8. This one has proved to be a very fun story. Right now, we're still in the introduction phase, kind of. But fun story, nice art, all around a great book. I like it. I'm going to give this. Art gets an 8. Story again, 8.5. We're finally up to the point where Crush actually, you know, meets Lobo in this one. And next one we'll get the whole interaction, so I'm really looking forward to that. So next we have, this is one that I constantly talk about every once in a while. This is Deep Beyond. So Deep Beyond number 6 came out. This is the Mirka Andolfo cover. She also writes this book as well. This is a really cool sci-fi adventure book. The art, I'm a big fan of her art. So again, art for this gets an 8.5. Writing, honestly, 9. This gets a 9 because the writing is so, like, I know sometimes I've heard people say that she's a little spotty with her writing, but with this, my God, such a good book. Such a good book. I would recommend, if you haven't picked it up yet, some of the issues might be a little tougher to find because this wasn't really ordered so much. Like, there's not many copies of this on the shelf at my shop, but pick it up in trade when they come out. I can't imagine they won't come out with a trade anytime soon. And just to do another plug, she's got another book coming out called Sweet Paprika. It came out in Italy a couple of months ago, but it's finally coming out this month in English. There's a really awesome art germ cover for that, so be on the lookout. And, oh, Foo's a ferret and Foo's a furry. Is Foo in here? Lasso? Didn't see him. Next we have, and I don't remember the number. Number 4. This is Magic the Gathering number 4. This was the Planeswalker variant that I pulled. So if you get the Planeswalker variant, it is it has a cardboard piece over it, so you don't know which one you get until you actually rip it open. Am I pissed that I got this one? A little, because I wanted another cover. It's still cool, you know, dragon, all that good stuff, but I mean, the book itself was really good. Magic the Gathering lasso. So, like, do you know the card game Magic the Gathering? Boom Studios is putting out a Magic the Gathering comic. This is issue 4. And what up, ABZ Comics? How we doing? Well, let me get that off. There we go. And it's actually a good story. You know, they explain everything really. Magic the Lasso. That's funny. They actually got a really good story. I am quite enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. A little surprised, but the art is really good to this. The art is really good. So I know there was a lot of buzz when this book first came out. You know, most people got their number ones and all that stuff. But like, interior, very nice, very well defined art. I'll give the art on this a 9. Art gets a 9. Story gets an 8.5 because it was a transition. You know, we got a couple cool reveals in this, but you know, 8.5, 8.5, and 9 for the art. Next up, we have Suicide Squad number 5. This is the cardstock variant with the whatchamacallit, with the Crime Syndicate on there. This was a good story. This was really good. I enjoyed this one. This one basically starred Red X. I know he's been having a lot of stories in the Suicide Squad, the Teen Titans Academy, all that good stuff. But again, good art on this. Great story. Solid 8.5 both ways. You know, if you're not picking this up, give it a shot. It'll come out in trade because it's only a 6 issue. The Suicide Squad, I'm sorry, is ongoing, but I believe the next one isn't. Yes, Crime Syndicate with Legion of Justice crossed over it. Very reminiscent. This cover, just as an FYI, very reminiscent to the New 52 covers when they did. You know, they would have the major logo and then they would have like someone else crossed over it. They did that a lot in New 52, but again, first team appearance of Legion of Justice, which is, you know how the Crime Syndicate is the Justice League of Earth 3. That is not Giganta on the cover. No, that is not. That is someone else who has similar powers to Giganta, I believe. It's been a couple days since I read it, but the interesting thing is this guy right over here is Sinestro. I really like how they portrayed the character in this series. I really do. Everybody else is really cool. You know, it's a very bloody series too. So, again, great pickup. Super Siza. Again, I would definitely recommend picking up the trade of this when it's finished. One more issue left. We're on issue 5 right now. 8.5 across the board. Again, really enjoying this. Really enjoying it. Gonna be really sad when it ends. And I just picked this up on a whim because I was like, yeah, what the hell? You know, I'll pick it up. I'm not really a big fan of, like, you know, the Crime Syndicate. But hey, they did a good job. And next up, we have this guy right over here. We have Fight Girls from Frank Cho. Art and writing by Frank Cho. So Frank Cho was on, I think, Team Nerd Herd a while back, and he talked about this a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm like, it seems. I thought the premise was mildly interesting, to be honest. And I picked it up and I gave it a read, and it is. It's a 5-issue miniseries right over here. You know, issue 1 of 5. This is cover A. But yeah, it was actually pretty decent. You know, the first issue brought me in. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the rest of them. Art gets like a 9.5 because it's Frank Cho. Like, Frank Cho is a phenomenal artist. I know he does a lot of covers, but he's doing. Try and find a good page for you guys over here. So here we go. This is Frank Cho's art. He does a great job. Great job. Yeah, art is insane, and he's a good writer too. So again, 8.5 on the writing. I'll give it a 9.5 on the art because the art is gorgeous. Definitely gonna be picking this up. Next, we have Geiger, number 4. Another fantastic story. Very well written so far. Very well written, but it's Jeff Johns. So this one, art, I give an 8 because it's good and it fits the style. It's pretty good. 8, 7.5 for the art. Um, the writing though, the writing is really good. The writing was really good in this. 8.5 on the writing. Again, another transition book. Going from one place to another, or you finished up one plot point, you're going to another plot point now. So again, I think most people are picking this up. So Geiger number 4. And next up we have Green Lantern number 4. This is the cover A. I did not pick up the card stock because I did not like the card stock. And this is a very, very good story right now. Very good story. So, if any of you have not read Future State Green Lantern, it shows a bunch of the lanterns without powers, so they can't use their ring. And with this is pretty much the story on how that occurred. Because remember, in I believe one of the Future State books, or was it? No, it was Infinite Frontier. We saw the future, but they said the future is still like not written in stone. It's still kind of fluid. So we're seeing that right now. So right now we're in the aftermath of the lanterns not being able to use their rings. So very interesting. The art is a little wonky sometimes. So like if you remember the Green Lantern art, it's that for half the book. And then when you go to Oa, the art changes. So because of that, I give the art a 7 because I'm not really a big fan of the art that they use when they're off world, but I am a fan of the art they use when they're in Oa. Again, the writing on this was a pretty good transition book. It's keeping me entertained. I give it an 8. So 8 for writing, 7 for art. Not too bad. And yeah, a lot of 8.5s. A lot of 8.5s because a lot of good stuff came out that I liked. Like this week had a lot of. I bought 15 books this week. I've never bought that many ever in my life as new books on New Comic Book Day. Next up, we have Justice League number 64, introducing the United. Cover's misleading, like really misleading. They're called the United Heroes, and it's like the United. So DC has this thing called the United Planets, which is a takeoff of the United Federation of Planets from Star Trek, to where there's a whole big alliance between a bunch of the planets in the DC universe, and like this is their kind of task force, which is the United Heroes. It's got their version of pretty much like the core Justice League people, some of them anyway. I won't spoil that, but good story. I enjoyed it. Give it an 8 and an 8.5 for the art. But there's also Justice League Dark. So Justice League Dark, big fan of Justice League Dark. We're starting a new arc right now in Justice League Dark in this book. So the art to that 8 story, 8.5. Because it started, I can't say it sputtered a little bit, but because it's a backup story, there's only so much you can write in like 10 pages as a backup story. I think they should have just kept this as a separate thing because they've got all these different separate issues. But hey, still a good read. Still a very nice read. Next up, we have Wonder Girl number 2. This is, again, the cover A because I did not like the cardstock. Really cool story. We're fleshing out her origin. And if you're a Wonder Woman fan, Lasso, I assume you picking this up, and I would think you would like this story. It's got a lot to do with that. First issue, I said it was a little slow on the uptake, but it's picking up slowly, you know. So 8 on the story, and the art is actually pretty good. So I think, as far as I know, the art is the same as Future State. So we have Joelle Jones that's writing this, and I believe, yeah, Joelle Jones and Andrea Mello is also the artist. So Joelle Jones is writing and doing the art for it, and she's really good. She's really good. I give this like a 9 for the art. I like this art. I really do. Why was this book so delayed? I have no idea. I really don't. I had a feeling it was delayed because I think the first issue came out in May, and this just came out last week. So, we got May, we got July. I do not know. I do not know. But, I mean, that would be a cool thing to find out. We got Real Rude 6. What's going on, dear sir? How are you? And, I got only 2 more books left. So we have Star Trek Year 5, issue number 22. This is the 1 and 10 variant. And they make all their 1 and 10s pretty much like 60s style. Really like this. As you guys know, big Star Trek fan. This takes place in the 5th year of Star Trek, the original series, because they're on a 5-year mission, but we only saw 3. So this is year 5 of their 5-year mission. The art is great. Story's great. 8.5 across the board. If you're not a Star Trek fan, I don't think you're going to enjoy it, just because it gets heavy sometimes into previous things that have happened in previous runs, or sometimes in the show. They'll mention nuggets, but we got that. And last but not least, probably one of the books that I was most looking forward to coming out this week. Justice League Infinity, issue number 1. I picked up the cardstock variant. This book is the continuation of Justice League Unlimited from back in the early 2000s. So, just to make certain you guys are aware, DC had their big DCAU reveal, I guess, in the 90s, and then it ended TV show wise with Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited. This is the continuation of Justice League Unlimited TV show, and it has the characters from there, and it's got and the one thing that I really like this. They draw it in the same style too. So just take a look at this page right over here. We have everyone from the Justice League right over here. They're throwing Wally a birthday party. But yeah, everybody from the Justice League is drawn just as they were from the TV show, which I love. I love it so much. This is pure nostalgia, pure childhood right here. The art, because of that, it gets a 9.5 from me, because this is my childhood. So good, so good. And yeah, we have little granny goodness action going on. But yeah, everybody's drawn the same way. Like reading this book, I had the voice of everyone from the Justice League TV show just playing in my head as I go across their lines. So awesome. Absolutely wonderful. If you're a fan of the Justice League TV show, pick this up. Just for the, even if you don't like, even if you haven't read it, haven't watched it in a long time, just pick it up for the nostalgia. It's so good. Writing on this, I liked it. It's a 9 on the writing and a 9.5 from the art. So good. And this is an ongoing series. I am so happy about that. So this is awesome. This is like continuation of the DCAU. And fantastic. Fantastic. Pick this up. Your shop should have it. They probably ordered a bunch of copies. But yeah. That is all of the books which I have purchased. Oh, and I'm just going to do a quick shout out to a book that came out 2 weeks ago. That if you are a DC fan and you want to figure out what's going on with everything, pick this up. This is Infinite Frontier Secret Files #1. It's an 80-page giant and it's freaking expensive. $10. But it's well worth it. This is well worth it because you know how some tie-ins, they don't really give you much information. Like you could do without it. You don't need it. This, it gives you more information on all the characters that we've seen in Infinite Frontier. So if you want a little bit more of a backstory and you want to see more about what's going on, pick this up. It was a great read, a long read, but a great one nonetheless. So, what up, Louie? How are you? So, with that being said, yeah, I would definitely pick it up, Rudy, if you're reading, but I would only pick it up if you're reading Infinite Frontier. If you're reading the Infinite Frontier miniseries, pick it up because it gives you more of an insight to the characters. Like how Death Metal, you had the tie-ins, they enriched the story. They had stuff that you needed to know. I have a feeling this is going to be the same thing too. But an influencer. I mean, I'm just giving you a suggestion. You could do whatever you want. You can buy it. You don't have to. But if you are reading Infinite Frontier, I would highly recommend it. Just because it's got more stuff going on with characters. So, yeah. There we go. Oh, we got some of my coworkers. What's going on, dear sir? Caught the end of it. And with that being said, that's about it. You know. Oh, we got Sheena in the building. What's going on? Everybody catching the end of this. Well, not everybody. I know a lot of you have been here. I appreciate that. A couple people just came in. And yeah, just letting you guys know, I will have a 250 subscriber giveaway video coming out. That will come out once I hit 250 subs. So once I hit 250, I will come out with the giveaway video. I'm at 230 right now. Push me 20 subs. Give me 20 more subs, and I'm going to have a really awesome giveaway for you guys. Really, really awesome giveaway. And that's about it. On that note, guys and girls, I thank you for stopping by. I had a little impromptu video today. Glad you were all able to join me, hear what I had to say about some of the books. And that's about it. So I will catch all of you guys later.